This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Thrillist. Today on TRS, everyone's talking about them, so we discuss those hot new movie trailers.
Today we're going to talk about some massive trailers that you may have seen a couple weeks ago premiere during the Super Bowl. They are the trailers for the movies coming out this year. We're going to start off talking about Captain America.
Yes.
So,
boy.
Captain America,
Steve Rogers.
directed by Joe Johnston, starring Chris Evans.
Joe Rocketeer Johnston.
We are seeing
Joe
behind
Woman
us
Johnston.
the trailer. And one of the big things that came out of this trailer is seeing skinny Chris Evans. Skinny
so
Captain
cool.
America.
person.
It's that Benjamin Button effect,
Right.
which I think is brilliant for them to be using for this movie. Brilliant.
Go on.
I'm excited about Captain America. You know me, I've been the guy holding the shield for this movie, and you guys have been doubting Thomas's, which I can understand some doubt. I can totally understand it. I will concede that the helmet still looks silly, and I will affirm that they could have made this movie without using the mask and helmet at all, and I think it would have been okay. I appreciate them trying to really embrace the look of the comic character, but it does look a little silly. However, I'm really encouraged by this trailer. I love the idea of him skinny, and that's really what the root of this character is, that scrawny guy who gets the super soldier serum. I'm excited. I think Chris Evans is going to be great, and it looks really good to me.
What did you think, Alec? What did you think of Captain America? The trailer.
Less excited.
Less excited than you were, or than me?
I wasn't that excited because
Right.
I was
That's what
like,
I'm saying. Did it hurt or help?
Did it hurt or help?
It didn't
your
do
opinion?
either. It was like, oh, right. It affirmed. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
It affirmed my fears, which is, this feels very like the Captain America movie that I saw on HBO. That was not great and had goofy looking stuff, and
Well, it's going to be better than that.
I don't know about that now.
definitely
I don't.
better than
Yeah.
that. It's definitely better than that.
You know, I mean, it seemed very hammy. I didn't want it to be as hammy.
That is Joe
you know?
Johnston. That is
I
Joe
know. No,
Johnston.
I know. They're like, oh, this is a cool shield. Let's see if I wonder if it works. Bang, 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 bang. You're not going to shoot Captain America. Why would you do that? Why would you? Oh, I accidentally shot him in the head. Now we need another skinny guy to make big. You know what I mean? Like, but also none of the action stuff looked all that good.
What about the four-way flamethrowers?
Yeah.
Cool-ish.
I mean,
Red Skull!
I think Red Skull may be the thing that I like the most in this. But again, you know, it's just one of those things. The trailer did not. It was like the A-Team trailer to me. You know what I mean? It was like, oh yeah, these are all the things I'm worried that this movie's going to be, and you know, this feels not Iron Man or Batman Begins. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah. I do think that the skinny Steve Rogers is totally rad. I
That
think
was
that's a
really cool.
Really,
And Chris Evans,
Yeah.
yo.
He looks even more yoked in comparison.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sure that's why they did it. I think that's what's really cool is that there's no way to make a guy. This is really silly, but that they were all talking about for Twilight, like how do they make that kid look like? Because in the books in Twilight, the werewolf guy is supposed to be like 12 feet tall, and I was like, and they had a similar problem here is how they make a guy look like a super soldier. Just make him look scrawny in the beginning. That is easier to do than to make him. You don't want to put him in an outfit or something.
Yeah.
He's got to be like shirtless and badass. So I thought that was a really smart idea, but I thought this trailer was terrible. It's a poorly edited trailer, and it's really easy to have an awesome trailer for a crappy movie. And you know, you can just have 3 amazing shots, kind of like the Transformers trailer we talked about. You know, you can have 3 amazing shots that they're going to be the best parts of the movie, and that's it. And this just has like bland moments from an action sequence that looked like B team shot.
Right,
like
but over and above judging it on its merits, like what do you think of do you think the film?
over and above judging the thing,
like
You're critiquing the
trailer?
composition of the trailer rather than.
Well, what I'm saying is, how good is the action scene if the blip the best part that they can show
Well, maybe
me,
they're not showing you the best part.
Well, they're not teasing it.
You
They're
don't
not
think
showing me
it's gonna be
even
good?
a compelling thing. It could be good, but I'm certainly not. I don't have high hopes for it.
No.
Since I just brought it up, Transformers: The Dark Side of the Moon trailer also premiered. This is the third installment. Shia's in it. I believe Megan Fox is not.
Nope, she's
we
not.
saw
Replaced by blonde lippy girl.
Right. Wait, is that really her replacement, or is that just an extra?
Pretty sure it's her replacement.
Because we see Transformers.
We see
see
this.
two cars colliding, and then they turn into giant robots. I think the big news from this trailer is that there is a sword-wielding Optimus Prime. Jeff, you have a sourpuss face. You don't like the Transformers movie, and this trailer does nothing for you.
This trailer is amazing.
Okay.
If they only made Transformer trailers, I'd be excited. Unfortunately,
shocked.
they make entire movies that
Yeah.
are terrible.
Yeah.
That are rubbish. And this trailer is fantastic. I love that, like that air horn, the
Air raid horn?
air raid siren that's going on. That is cool. The scale of the action that's happening is awesome, but
Yeah, those
Are you
diving
fool me
worm
once, shame on
Transformers.
you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you're not gonna fool me.
We have heard reports. Shia LaBeouf says this is the greatest thing. Now, are you sort of? You've always had an issue with the robots being too complicated.
Yes.
But are you like? Because if this looks awesome, that's all you see is overcomplicated robots.
Well,
are you
I-
kind of
I've-
over it now? You're like,
No, I mean, I still think they made a giant mistake with the. And you see it in the logo where the logo's like. It's like, it's way over designed.
right.
But that's what we've got.
what we've got, so,
And so,
yeah.
through that prism,
Right.
it's the action looks off the charts. I just wish if anyone speaks, it's going to be stupid, and I know it's going to be stupid, and it makes me sad.
Gotcha, Alex. Any?
Yeah, gorgeous trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a gorgeous trailer. That's how you make a trailer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, Michael Bay, that's how he made amazing commercials. You know what I mean? Like that this is concise. There's a little bit of a story going on, but it's enough to go, holy crap.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the cool monster stuff, I like that it's sort of like massive scale battle on Earth. That concept is cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. That's the other big thing.
I really liked the original one, and 2 was good. I think there might be something that is here. I mean, I think it's going to be a ride I'm going to enjoy either way.
I actually disagree with you guys. I didn't, not that I disagree, but I didn't like this trailer at all. I don't even get it. I don't get what's so great because, except for there's a moment that feels like, okay, yeah, it's all happening all over Earth.
Yeah.
That I'm totally into. But the action, it just felt like a blur of stuff that could have happened in nothing. I wasn't seeing an action moment in this that didn't already kind of happen in the others.
I agree with that.
Whereas in the trailer for the second one had
the
that like
worms.
giant thing or
worm,
The
yeah,
Constructicon.
worms.
the Constructicon, right? Like there was
Didn't look
something
anything
like
a Constructicon.
oh poopy, you know, and this didn't make me go oh poop. It just looked like any shot that could have been in the others, because the others have incredible action sequence shots
Yeah.
as well. So I didn't get what was so great about this trailer. What I did get, what was so great, was the trailer for Super 8, which is, of course, we've mentioned on the show many times, J.J. Abrams' next movie being produced by Steven Spielberg, basically a throwback to the old Amblin Spielberg films. It's about a group of kids riding bicycles in the 80s.
Wait, what? I've seen that movie.
Making a zombie movie on their Super 8 camera when trains collide and something is in that train that the government doesn't want anyone to know about.
Some sort of ET?
Some sort of thing. Some sort of
Extraterrestrial?
They are explorers that discover an ET and have a close encounter with
Some Goonies.
Godzilla.
some Goonies.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, fellas, on Super 8? I mean, let me just say, I think it looks amazing. The music is amazing. It's especially the score from Cocoon, James Horner's
Yeah.
score from Cocoon.
Somebody
that
dug down and found that,
Yeah,
right?
it's just great that they used that piece of music
So
because
cool.
it had the right vibe, but wasn't a John Williams thing we've heard a million times. It wasn't
Yeah.
a James Horner tune we've heard a million times. It was this Cocoon score. So it just plucks all of the right chords for me. I can't imagine it not being my favorite movie of the year, let alone one of my favorite movies ever. J.J. Abrams has yet to disappoint me as well.
This did definitely seem like a movie made for Dan Trachtenberg. I mean, that's...
Well, and a lot of other kids.
I know, but very
Yeah.
specifically Dan
Yeah.
Trachtenberg, because it's like, it's very Amblin. It's got that great Steven Spielberg vibe to it, which is
That
amazing.
sense of wonder that
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg always seemed to have his finger on, especially during the 80s and early 90s with Jurassic Park. He's kind of moved away from those kinds of movies lately.
Yeah.
But that sense of wonder is really in this trailer. I will say the train collision that starts the trailer, it doesn't look great, in my opinion.
It's the same thing from that original teaser trailer we had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's hard. I mean, this trailer could have gone, Steven Spielberg presents a J.J. Abrams production, Super 8, and then be done, and I would have been like, that's a great trailer!
Yeah.
You know, yes.
Yeah.
Put it in me through my eyeballs.
There's something
Yeah, my
about
big fear-
kids on bikes.
Yeah, my
It's
big
like-
fear is that it's going to degrade into a sort of paint by numbers monster movie. That's my only.
I just don't think
I don't think
either of
J.J.
those
Abrams
guys.
is interested in that at all.
Because
you know?
Cloverfield wasn't even a paint
Yeah.
by numbers
Right.
monster.
But
Even
she
though
didn't
it
even
started
direct,
out
you
like
know?
the premise is a paint by numbers monster
Right.
Yeah.
movie.
Right.
That's my only thing that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a hit.
Yeah.
When is it
haven't
being
seen it.
released?
I would assume
Summer?
the summer
Eyeballs.
or
We
the
don't
fall,
know- we don't
or
have a
fall,
date.
but I don't
We don't
know.
know.
Maybe there is. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe.
Let's anticipate.
Look it up,
more.
folks. Trailers.
All right, be sure to stick around for this day in rad history. But first, sponsors. Today we are sponsored by Thrillist. So now, we all have that friend who's always going to hook you up with the cool music and knows those bands before you've ever heard of them. Thrillist is like
Usually
that good
Dan.
friend, but for cool new stuff to do in your city. I mean, it's so smart. It's a free daily email that sifts through all the crap and finds the best new bars, restaurants, events, services,
awesome.
whatever's happening in your city. There's one in LA too, which we should all be signed up for.
I need to do that.
Oh, there's so much stuff, dude. And not only that, there's a Thrillist for a national version, so not even just local, so that you can find out about new gadgets, gear, cool sites across the
I don't
internet.
want to pay for it though.
The best part is it's free.
What?
Hit up Thrillist.com/TRS and you can start getting your Thrill List sweet, sweet knowledge right now. Amazing.
For free?
Freezies. So before we get going, also, we're going to be doing next week,
Or soon.
at some point,
Another
a
mailbag.
dip
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
into our mail sack.
Send us some questions or stuff that you might be interested in talking about. Fans at TotallyRadShow.com. That's also where you send backgrounds. We're looking for more backgrounds like this cool
Correct.
scroll background.
Amazing.
You can get our logo to put in your background at our Flickr page.
Yep, flickr.com/TotallyRadShow.
Also, jinx.com/TRS to get your cool swag. Your
Amazing.
shirts. Not this, but yeah.
Shirts. See ya.
Tomorrow on TRS, we try out a fun game called Yomi.
Today is February 16th. On this day in rad history, 1978, the first computer bulletin board system is created, the CBBS in Chicago, Illinois. Of course, bulletin boards were the sweet hotness if you knew
Were
how
you
to
a
get yourself
sysop?
a modem. I was a sysop for a little while, but it was not very
Which
good.
platform did you use? Spitfire?
I think it was Spitfire.
World War
actually.
IV, perhaps?
I don't remember. All I remember is my buddy ran this huge BBS on the East Coast, and I was kind of like in.
We have younger viewers, so BBS is pre-internet.
Dial in,
Yeah.
you dial into a specific computer, and that computer and your computer talk, and you get to
See the
cruise around and
files
see
on
the files.
one computer.
Yeah.
and then you had
there's
those
a
like rooms
message
full of
systems.
stuff.
My column that when I reviewed computer games was I had a question and answer series called Kanata Online that was on a BBS. You had to call one specific phone number to get
Well,
it.
then they had the lists of new BBSs that were showing up, and then there were all these games that you could play on the BBSs. It's the first messaging system. There's a lot of like file trading and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It was really great.
I was way into it.
Way.
The worst was when your sister picks up the phone and
yeah,
you're
and
online.
you're in the middle of a download.
Ah, I was downloading. It's like
Yeah.
500K. You know how
Yeah,
long it
yeah,
takes
yeah,
to
yeah.
download 500K?
Yeah.
A week and a half.
It's
A
true. You would
week and a
literally be like
half.
at dinner, and you would just be like, "What? Don't get the phone." You'd have to turn the call waiting off.
Yes, yes. I had
In the dialing, it was like
Yes,
pound 6, 7 or something like that.
I had a script to do
So
that.
stay his rad.